Dead. Not dead. Close. Close, but not dead. We're doing some custom work on the steering wheel. The old local guy's special steering wheel. I want my original one back, man. It got to the point where the fake, whatever this shit is, it's not real leather, it's fucking fake leather, but it just started to fucking rip off on the palm of my hand right here, on the left hand side. So it's just annoying enough to fucking... Now I gotta take the whole thing off. Ridiculous. What's up, everybody? Mr. Rodriguez, what's happening? I've been in a fucking dark hole for a long time, dude. Shop fees. What's up? Every day is a fucking struggle to want to actually get motivated to do something. Dude, I'm too lazy to go buy a steering wheel cover. Plus, it just slips right off anyway. I like the... Gotta have the hard plastic. You got about a quarter of the wheel run so far. Got nothing else going on anyway, man. Just sitting in a fucking door. That hasn't changed. Not that I'm complaining. I'm like about the best I got. The best load I've seen in a month coming out of the Northeast. I got it. So it's like $1.50 a mile. A fucking $1.50 a mile. It's good now, dude. You try to leave New England, New York, anywhere east of the Hudson River, you're looking at like $1.10, maybe, in dry van. And I'm not doing dry van today, but I'm just saying, it's like, what the fuck is going on? But the rates coming up here are really good, like $3 a mile, depending on where you're getting them out of. So I don't know. What's up, everybody? Nick M. I used to have a lot of allies across the pond. I had this one guy from Finland. He has one of the original BOC fucking shirts from like 95. I hear that, man. Jesus. Is that dry van too? Not that loads out of Colorado or ever really fucking awesome. Is that Blue Knight? Nope. That... Your truck's sitting in the yard, Frank. Sitting in the yard. I should have just let you fucking keep it. I would have been $20,000 richer. Don't even use it. It just sits there and rots. I got that truck in a dry van trailer that's not doing nothing right now. So I don't really have any intention of ever fucking doing a contractor thing again either. So the chances of that are like slim to none. Bad experiences. Oh shit. Oh, I got a good one. This one's ripping it all the way up. You probably could separate this fucking thing. I don't know why he bought this fucking shitty steering wheel in the first place, dude. The original is better. Fucking Amazon special. Made in China. China. Yeah, man, we've been through some shit. This fucking knife. Look at this. What a cheap piece of shit. It's ready to go already. Had it for a while. Yeah, I hit my rock bottom in fucking Las Vegas a little bit over a month ago. Almost jumped off the fucking balcony. That would have been stellar. That was fucking awesome. Quit everything, man. Quit fucking drugs, tried to quit gambling, didn't quit gambling, came back home, gambled twice, felt like shit about myself, and finally, there's like a brightness of life, man. I tried this shit called ketamine therapy, and I was in such a fucking hole mentally. I had no interest in even doing anything. I was trying to find the best way to kill myself, dude, honestly. I fucking hated it. I hated living. I still do, but it's marginally better. I've had 3 of these ketamine treatments, and basically you just fucking you trip off for like an hour. They put you on an IV drip of it's like 1/10 the dosage that they would give you for anesthesia, and you just basically just fucking go on a voyage across the goddamn universe for an hour. It feels like it's forever, and then finally, when it wears off, you snap out of it. But it sparks changes in your brain, dude. It did for me. I'll tell you, man. I fucking tell you. The first one was life-changing, and a couple days after, I felt good, and then we got another one like 3 days later. You're supposed to get like 6 in a period of 2 to 3 weeks, but I've done 3, and I think that's all I'm gonna do, man. I'm good. I don't want to go too far down that road, because it felt like I was just replacing one form of narcotic for another stimulation, you know, and it's like, what's the point of doing that, really? So, I don't know. I don't fucking know. Shit. Cut my finger off. Oh, that's good. That'll work. Yeah, it's this lady. We get here and they're like, "Oh yeah, is your temp -10?" I'm like, "I don't know. What am I hauling? Is it ice cream or something?" She's like, "No, it's frozen lasagna." I'm like, "Oh, okay." Give a shit about that. DIY semi. My only regret is that financially I didn't do more when the fucking market was amazing. But I could use the excuse that my hands were tied because I was basically doing work for all the other folks that were here. But that's not really true. I could have just gotten out and put the work in myself and stacked some money. But the reality is, man, I just would have fucking blown it on shit. I would have gambled it away or whatever. So we're gonna try to do some life-changing shit. I don't know. I don't know if it'll have any effect. We'll find out. Might find me dead somewhere on the Mexican border, because that's where we're headed. I would go down to Starbase, hang out with Elon Musk, and be like, "Yo, dude, let me fly the rocket ship to Mars. I'll volunteer. Just let me go. Just blow me up in fucking orbit, please." Then it'll be atoms of VOC everywhere in the fucking world. Right? Like, yo, dude, down with that. I don't know what else has been going on in YouTube. The truth is, I've been off for like, I just started watching some stuff again, but I've been dead everywhere, like just avoiding any kind of fucking outside stimulation and shit like that. Willie's Pub number 3. How many fucking Willie's Pub are there, man? What's going on over there? I haven't really been keeping up on the drama sector, you know? It's like this one therapist I've been seeing twice now, but I tried some other shit. I tried the teleconferencing because I was in a truck and stuff like that, and it's like, dude, they really fucking phoned it in. It just seems like a fucking money grab. Not yet, man. Not yet. I'm not dead yet. Just my soul might be fucking dead. My body is catching up. So I had a soul-crushing defeat the other day, yesterday actually. I bought a lawnmower for like $300 from some single mom in town, and I went to go see it. It was fine, you know. I started right. It didn't start up when I got it, but it cranked, and I used my jump pack and fucking you know, turned it on and shit, and it cranked. It had the starter, had the key, and all that, and then I didn't realize it had a fucking shut off on the gas. So when I got my cousin's husband helped me get it with his pickup truck. So we get it back home, start it up. It was like a fucking massive victory, right? I take it around, one swipe around the yard, and it mows just fine. So yesterday, I get home from a doctor's appointment. I go out to mow it again. I hit a fucking a stick in the goddamn yard, and blew the fucking mower deck up. I was like, come on, man. Like, I could have done without that. I really could have done without that. Like, that is just the fucking, the nail in the coffin, man. Like, the fucking ridiculous. So, shit was finally starting to come together, and the goddamn, like, the toy got, it was like a fucking stick or something. It got stuck in the mower, and then the mower stops dead and rips the fucking belt in half and probably smashed him. I didn't even look. I just drove it right back into the fucking garage. I'm like, all right, man, I'm done. I give up. Give up, dude. Life has just been kicking me in the balls for like the last fucking 3 years. I got nothing good. Nothing good has happened. The first year of business was amazing. Could it be karma? You never know, man. I've done some fuck shit to people. I might be paying. I do believe in karma because things have certainly happened to people that have fucked me over in a bad way. You know, in like life-changing bad things have happened to people. So I'm sure I'm fucking due. And I'm paying for it, man. I'm fucking paying for it. But you know what? Hopefully it doesn't last too much longer. Because I'm not putting up with it. I'm like, dude, yeah, I'm throwing in the towel at some point. Go find a bunch of fentanyl and call it a day. The universe always balances itself. Well, Nick, I'm not losing everything. I still have it all. It's just, I don't want to do anything. I don't want to fucking do anything anymore. I just don't have the drive to want to accomplish. I don't even know if I want to do trucking anymore. I was having that conversation yesterday. I'm like, I don't even know if I want to fucking do this shit anymore. It's just, it's past its point of fun for me. And the money is still fine. Like, even at $1.50 per mile. JZ, what up, man? She's all good. She got a job. No, I hear that then. I understand. It is. I've been in that spot before, though. Like, I got fired in 2017 from a job I had for 4.5 years doing, you know, just doing local grocery delivery, and was paying over $100,000 a year. And they fucking fired me because I got one citation too many. I had 4 citations in a year compared to, and they allowed 3 at JB Hunt. So out of nowhere, I was like the fucking the top earner in the Northeast, and they fucking shit canned me. And from there, I had a $1,600 a month mortgage because I did a 15-year mortgage. I was about a year in on the mortgage when I got fired, and I had to somehow find a way to pay all the bills and the mortgage and everything without trucking, which was a fucking stretch. The wife had to go get a job. I ended up doing fucking Uber and Lyft, and it's like, while that was fun, it was nowhere near the amount of money I was making. But I mean, I do the analysis of just this load in particular. Like, it's paying $1.50 a mile, right? And it's covering over 4 days, so it's paying just under $3,000, and the fuel's gonna cost me like $1,200 and change, $1,300. So you look at it, it's like 4 days and $1,600 in revenue, right? After expenses. So even at $400 a day in profit, it's, for one, it's still better than any company job I could possibly get. And 2, I still don't have to fucking answer to a boss. So if this is the worst load that I'm probably going to take, which it is, leaving the Northeast is probably going to be the fucking worst. Oh, we're starting to load me finally. Good. I guess they didn't reject my trailer. They didn't reject the 2007 trailer that I lie about all the time. So, even if this is the worst load that I'm going to take, because coming back, dude, like, they got loads coming back from McAllen, Texas, down there, the border, Mexican border, produce shit. And they're paying, like, to come all the way back up to Boston, they're paying $6,000. And it's like, holy fuck. So that's $3 a mile, pretty much, you know. I have the deadhead 300 miles from Houston down to fucking the border, but it should be all good. Oh man, if they stack them that high with my shitty ass fucking, the one the one load bar that I stole from Council Bluffs, Iowa, that doesn't even work. That ain't gonna hold. A good thing I don't drive like an asshole, so that shit won't. It's not gonna tip over backwards, man. You know what I mean? I don't think I exaggerate. Sure, you know. What's to exaggerate about, though? You know, I say what happens. It's true. It's true, man. So I get to the point where it's like, I don't really want to be doing trucking anymore, but I can't think of anything else that I want to do anyway. I'm just not in that spot, so whatever. The answer will eventually fucking come to me. Or maybe I'm just fucking mopey. My trailer is a little exaggerated. Dude, the trailer is not in good condition. It's not the best. It's been rejected once, and I'm like, that was enough to just make me nervous every time I drive somewhere of long distance to go pick something up. And it was rejected for the stupidest fucking reason. It was because it was raining out. So, you know, whatever. Yeah, dude, come on. I mean, the trailer was like $17,000 is basically the equivalent value. I didn't pay cash for it. The dude owed me fucking a boatload of money, like tens of thousands of dollars, so I just took it off his debt. But in anyone else's position, when you know you're never going to see that money anyway, you might as well take the fucking trailer, get something for it. That dude's in the wind. He fucked the mechanic too, old local guy. Local guy has vanished into thin air. He owes the mechanic a couple grand. He owes me about 18, and his truck is nowhere to be found. So good for him, dude. I hope that dude's got a fucking world of karma coming for him, I'll tell you. Holy fuck. I don't think I've ever met somebody who has screwed people over as bad as that guy has. Like, literally everybody he's interacted with, it's ended badly. So I'm not worried about my fucking karma, because I'm pretty sure I'm paying for what I've done. And I don't even think what I've fucking done to people on a grand scheme of scale of what other people have done in this world is really that bad. What have I done? Talk shit about just trucking for you know, like a long time. But basically everything I ever said about him was fucking facts. And it just took the rest of the YouTube universe fucking years to catch on. Oh wow, this guy is a fake piece of shit. You know, he's only in it for the money grab. Like, good for you, dude. Like, congratulations. But everybody was all clutching their pearls on fake outrage and shit. Oh my god, I've never seen anybody attack a guy like that. I'm like, whatever, man. Whatever. Ain't gonna like somebody. I'll never like somebody like that. Maybe I should have kept my original channel so I could keep fucking broadcasting. It's all 300 subscribers. The other thing I miss, though, is just making a video every day. Oh, Gentry? Yeah, fuck Gentry, too, man. That guy sucks. Gentry fucking sucks, dude. Total. Dude, like, whatever, man. Like, I think he's paid for his shit, but I'm pretty sure he fucking burned his own thing down anyway. But I don't know. I haven't even thought about Tim Gentry in a very long time. I was more bitter at the fact that he sent me a fucking cease and desist letter than anything. that was fucking annoying. Oh, he's such a fucking loser. When someone like that is like, their peers don't even really like them. Like the fact that Bruce Wilson was willing to talk as much shit about Gentry as he did to like a virtual nobody, by the way. Guy just reaches out to me on Instagram. And I'm like, well, I really don't care. This isn't really my thing. So I pawned him off to fucking James motherfucking Hensley. And the guy proceeded, and like the one conversation James Hensley doesn't record was that one, apparently. And dude just ranted for like an hour about how much fuck shit Tim Gentry has done in the past. I'm like, wow, dude, I guess you missed the boat on that one. But he was kind of out of the drama at that point anyway. What else has been going on around YouTube, man? Like, I don't really know. Like, I looked up this guy Trucks just to see what he's been up to, and I guess he tried lease purchase, and now he's going back company again. Like, it's not a bad idea. A part of me even considered just going back to Swift, you know. But then I analyzed it. I'm like, the only reason I would be doing that is for absolute fucking convenience, like not having to have any worries about anything, just drive the truck. Which, quite honestly, it might be what I fucking need for my sanity right now. Like, not have to worry about anything except for only that. Because there's nothing to fall back on anymore, man. I can't just fucking pop a few pills and feel all happy again. Like, I've made a commitment to not do that anymore. It's been March 18th was the last day. It's been shit. How many days is it now? 40, 45? 46? Something like that. That sucks. You know, I had a year and a half of sobriety when the business started taking off. And then it's like, wow, man, I miss doing drugs. They're fucking awesome. Fortunately for all the haters, we never took any drugs that would actually show up on a fucking DOT drug test, so good luck with that. They don't test for that, the shit that I was taking. And I'm keeping it under the table. You ain't going to find out. Because I don't want my actions to force anybody else to go and try some of this shit and then fall into the same fucking hole I did. But, oh man. The reality, I was just doing it just for, to feel something, honestly. I'm fucking dead inside. That's what I'm saying, shop fees. I figured that's the math that I ended up doing. It's just fucking smarter to drive my own shit. I know the risk of a breakdown is there, but dude, if this truck breaks down or whatever, I'll just drive the other one. Who cares? It's just sitting there anyway. I got all my renewals coming up June 6th, so I gotta fucking deal with all that. I'm shopping around for insurance. I'm like, dude, this is 4th year, so, and I'm back to just being a one truck, one driver operation. I'm not gonna keep the second truck on the road. There's no need to. If something happens, then yeah, sure, I'll swap the insurance over to that, take this one off, and get a plate and throw that on the other truck. But I'm not going to waste the money because there's no prospect of putting a driver in that truck. It's just not going to happen. So it's just going to sit there. I mean, I tried to sell it, but honestly, man, I don't even think it's worth buying. I don't think someone would buy it. It's not in great condition. It looks bad, but all my fucking vehicles are utilitarian. I never kept them to sell. They're all well maintained. They just look like this truck, dude. There's no fucking interior. There hasn't been since 2020, and I just never got around to fucking doing it, you know. But does that mean it doesn't run good? No, man. This truck fucking runs mint. It doesn't burn any oil. It doesn't burn any coolant. The APU is finally working. So the fucking green APU finally working. And it's not half bad either anymore, you know. It's just like, we'll see when we get to Texas if it's like a million degrees, if it'll keep up with the heat or not. Cash is King is here. What's happening? What's crapping? I thought I saw F8 in here earlier, Mr. Fate. You know, I guess he never changed his channel to whatever else he was gonna. He wanted to change his channel name. I'm like, why do that? It's more fun. Just keep it real. Keep your own shit. The old fucking Upper Midwest crew was here. DIY was in here. Yeah. See, Cash is King is always... Cash is King is getting a little big for his britches over here. He's like the last remaining gangster that actually puts out like real trucking content about making money and how much money, but it almost comes off as like a little braggadocious, you know. But if I was in his position, I would feel the same way, because he's a guy that's just been doing it right for so fucking long that, you know, maybe it's time to do a little bit of a victory lap, because everybody else is, you know, having a fucking fit about, you know, and they're ready to quit or whatever, or throw in a towel. But this dude has just been hammering it, you know, under a leash for a very long time. So if I were in his position, I would probably be taking victory laps every video too. So, you know, don't think that I'm disapproving of shitting on, you know, people that are complaining, because they deserve to be shit on anyway. I can't make any money. Well, get out of the market so the rest of us can. How about that? Go back. Be a company driver. Come back when it's $4 a mile, and we'll welcome you back then. But just leave now. Please. Save us some fucking money. Dude, this steering wheel is a fucking tragedy. You're gonna need some brake parts cleaner to clean all the fucking shit off of it. Go back to Swift. Yeah, I did that. I did exactly that, man. That's what I used to do, man. Oh, man. I should have never become a trainer. That was like the worst thing ever. I had one guy that graduated, or got approved to become a driver. Because he did it for like, I wonder if, do you think, does alcohol dissolve fucking, I don't think so. Alcohol doesn't dissolve fucking glue, right? Maybe. Use the glove on it. I'm guilty of that shit, dude. It was PlayStation 4, it wasn't PlayStation 5. But played Red Dead Redemption in the bunk while the trainee was driving like an asshole. And what am I gonna do? Sit in the front? Come on. Make them all nervous, and then they'll get into a fucking accident. Did I show my students anything? Yeah. I showed them how to use the... See, here, my teaching method is so fucking different than I'm not up somebody's ass 24/7, right? So I'll tell you my trainee story, because they made this one guy do 28 days, even though he had like gone part way through one training. I don't remember if it was at Swift or was at another company, but they made him do the full-on fucking. It was like 28 days of training, whatever amount of hours that comes out to, X amount of hours driving and shit. So yeah, dude, I would show them the basics of everything, like how to do the fucking logs, how to do a paper log, how to read the information for the pickup numbers and stuff like that. And then pre-trip, no, because I never pre-tripped my equipment. I didn't fucking know any of that. I would not be able to pass a real pre-trip, like a DOT pre-trip. I'll tell you, dude, when I actually got my license in 2005, the inspector, I go to open a hood of the dump truck, and because I had a dump truck and a trailer that held a backhoe. That was what I took my test on for Class A. 2005. I'm pretty sure my uncle paid the inspector off, or the inspector was somebody that we just knew, because he was from in town, but he was a state of Connecticut DOT inspector. Years later, he would get terminated for like taking money under the table for shit. So I'm pretty sure this guy was pretty fucking dirty even back then. So I definitely got my license in the first place from suspect sources. I mean, he passed me and everything, but if I took a skills test today, I probably wouldn't be able to pass it. I would definitely not be able to pass a pre-trip, because I don't even fucking remember what to look at. He was 100%. Dude, I never took a shit in the truck with the trainee. Sorry, I'm not gonna do that. But there was some guy from Swift that did that, and the trainee was a fucking woman. And the guy's name was 50 Plus Trucking, I remember. He was a black guy, and his whole thing was, I'm starting over as a truck driver at 50 years old, and here's my story. And then, like, I was watching him when I worked at Swift, because I watched a bunch of other Swift drivers just to see what you know, what they could get away with on YouTube. And I was doing stupid shit, like I'm holding my phone when I'm driving, crossing the George Washington Bridge and shit, and I never got fired. I don't know how the fuck I never got fired, because there's no way Swift didn't know my channel existed, because I would put in the title, my Swift driver does stupid shit, and ridiculous, man. Like, I can't believe I never got fucking fired, or the safety department never did anything, because I was doing ridiculous things, you know. But yeah, that guy, he had a female trainer. I mean, he had a female trainee, and he made her like take a shit in a litter box or something, or she wanted to stop to pee, and then he forced her. He's like, "Oh, we ain't got time to stop. You're gonna have to go in the back." And she told this whole story. She made a YouTube channel just to trash this guy, and I'm like, they're lucky they didn't get sued for that, dude. Like, I don't even know. The last I knew, years ago, that guy moved on to some flatbed company. He was doing flatbed work. But that, I mean, his trainee was not a happy broad, but she was kind of butchy anyway. She probably would have whooped his fucking ass. I'm like, dude, even if I was a guy, if some dude was like, yeah, we're not stopping, you're going to have to piss in the back, or you're going to take a shit in the back in a bucket, I'm like, nah, man, we're stopping, or I'm going to fucking get you fired. That's what's going to happen. So I don't know how you could possibly do that to a female, or why you would even allow yourself as a male trainer to have a female trainee. But I'm married, so I would never even step in that fucking pool, man. That ain't my thing. Like, that would make me so fucking nervous, period. It's bad enough having a stranger on your truck, you know, trying to show them shit and cohabitating. I don't understand how that works. But I'm an antisocial guy, so I don't think I fucked over any of my trainees. Like, 2 of them couldn't even read English. They couldn't read the Qualcomm. They couldn't read anything. They couldn't do logs. As much as I showed them, like, they just couldn't do it. They, you know, they were immigrants and stuff, but it's like, I can't teach you how to fucking read, man. Like, you have to come to the job with a certain level of skill. So the first guy, he was from like upstate New York, and he already knew how to drive because he had been working for Schneider, and he flunked out of their trainee program. So at least get fucking rest area raccoon, man. You got it. You know it, man. Shit. It's fucking gross. It bothers me just thinking, like, that guy made that girl fucking, like, use a litter box or a bucket in the back, man. It's fucking disgusting. I can't fucking process that. And how the hell they never got sued for that, I don't know, man, because that girl must just not have known that she had a hell of a case. But I had one guy fall out of the top bunk. I feel so bad afterwards. This is actually the guy that fucking graduated too. He made it the whole way. He made the whole 28 days. And like around day 20-ish, he's up in the top bunk, but he wasn't strapped in or anything, because I would always sleep on the bottom bunk, and when we were driving, I didn't really care. I know it was against safety regulations, but I didn't give a fuck. But I'm like, dude, we're not sharing a bed, period. And he agreed, and we're like, yeah, that's weird, sharing a fucking, you know, and having to move stuff every single time. So I'm like, just stay up on the top and just put the seatbelt on, you'll be fine. But we had just left a delivery. We did a drop and hook up in Everett, Mass. Right across from, they were building the Wynn Casino at the time, the Encore, Boston Harbor. And there's a Costco right there, right next to it, right off of the Parkway, Route 16. And dude, Jason, I want to know, Jay, you still fucking work at Swift or no? Because maybe if you get me to hook up, I'll come back, I'll be a trainer again, and I'll do nothing, and you could just sweep it under the rug when I fuck up. That's probably what happened. Because you found my channel a long time ago when I was still working there. So this dude calls me one day from a fucking Arizona number when I was live streaming or something. It's like, yeah, what's up, man? It's JZ. And it's like, yeah, what's up, dude? It, like, you calling me from Swift Transportation? Because it came up Swift Transportation, Arizona. Like, you work at fucking Swift? I don't remember exactly what fucking happened that day. But, fucking phone call. Spam phone call. Unless it was them telling me that they can't load my trailer. Cordova, what up, man? How you living? I didn't have a trainer either, man. I didn't have a trainer. I kind of got thrown right into the fire. My uncle owned a construction company. I've been working for him since I was 18, on and off. And he finally wanted me to get my license in 2005. So I'm like, okay, fine. So I started just driving a dump truck around on a learner's permit, and I'm like, he didn't even care. He showed me how to shift. I think it was a 6V70 something. It was a GMC General from the 70s, a Brigadier. No, not a Brigadier. It was a General, but it was a 6-cylinder V8, a V6, 2-stroke, and it sounded so fucking sweet. Going down mountains and stuff with the Jake brakes on. That truck was amazing. Oh, dude, I don't even talk shit about Swift. I actually liked working there. I never had a problem with anybody. My manager was amazing. The guy that got me the loads and stuff, I never sat anywhere. I would always just keep running. Like, I didn't have any problems when I worked there. I made good money there too. But I learned on that dump truck. Then we took our test. And that was it. And I think, like I said, I just got lucky because there's no way I would have passed. Like, if there was a female inspector, DOT inspector, she was just reaming this guy. Like, he was on his 3rd attempt of the alley dock, and she was right about to fail him again because he made one too many pull-ups or something. I'll never forget that. I'm like, well, I guess I got lucky not to get her. And the dude was all sketchy about it too, because I go to open the hood to do the pre-trip. It's like, what are you doing? What are you doing? Like, oh, we got to do the pre-trip. It's like, no, you're all good. Let's go. Let's go on the road test. I'm like, oh, okay. On the fucking road test. Whatever. Oh, let me finish the story about the guy falling off the bunk. Because they caught it on the camera. There was no inward-facing camera at Swift at the time. They only had the outward-facing, but they caught the event because I jammed on the brakes. This dude fucking stopped short right in front of me, right at the rotary. What the hell is the name of that place? Revere Beach Parkway, Route 16 up there. GF Trucker, what up? What up, man? There's my $500. I could use it right now. Fuck. It's alright, man. I 1099 you that like 2 years ago, so if you get fucked up on your taxes, you know, whatever. I didn't have your EIN, so I just said JF Trucker on the fucking IRS tax form. So, shout out IRS, not getting fucking audited yet. I patiently wait until the fucking statute of limitations is over, and I don't have to worry about getting audited ever again. But so we stopped short, and the dude we had just left the store, so I thought he was all good up there. I have an energy drink in my fucking hand over here like this, and obviously it was an automatic, so we didn't have to worry about shifting them. And this dude jam on a brake because the fucking guy like just stops in the middle of the rotary for no reason, and this kid comes flying off through we had the curtains up and everything, comes flying through the fucking curtains, bashes my elbow, smashes it into the fucking dash with the Monster energy drink. His head bounces off the fucking dash down here it was an International LT, and then like he still has his glasses on somehow, and they're not broken, and there's Monster energy drink fucking everywhere. The whole truck, the interior is covered, and of course it was a sugared version, right? So they got sticky everywhere. I was cleaning fucking Monster Energy drink off of the truck for weeks in different places I would find it. And the guy, he's like, he's not dead, but I'm like, holy shit, are you okay? And that's what I said, because they played the recording back for me over and over and over again on the safety people. They're like, what happened? I'm like, I don't fucking know, man. He rolled out of the bunk. I never said he rolled out of the top bunk. They had to have known. They had to have known he was in the top bunk. But I told him, I'm like, listen, man, just say you were in the bottom bunk and we're both good and you'll graduate this shit and no one's going to get in trouble. Because they have no way of proving it. There was no fucking interior camera. So we got away with that one. He ended up graduating a few days later. And never heard from him again. I don't know. I knew he was on some paper roll account out of Glens Falls, New York. But other than that, this is like 2018, man. I don't even know what he's up to. If he's even truck driving anymore. Couldn't even tell you. But that was fucking epic. My wife loves hearing that story to this day. She makes me retell it every once in a while. But I thought he was dead. Like, dude, his head bounced off the fucking dash. Because the LT had like the dash part that goes down a little bit further that you could rest your knee against when you're driving, and he just smashed right into that shit. The worst part was spilling the Monster Energy drink, man. That was like fucking $4 I never got back. I was kind of pissed about that. The fact that it went everywhere. It got all over the windshield. It's like, Jesus Christ. Little fucking Breckenridge. I know where he lives. Maybe I should look him up and try to reach out to him on fucking Facebook or something. Like, yo, man, you still alive? Or do you have traumatic brain injury from the time you fell off the top bunk at Swift? That'd be fucking funny. I had one guy, oh man, this one guy almost killed us. Coming up the New Jersey Turnpike, one guy at Swift. And this dude I was actually sitting in the front seat for, because I had just met him, and we had run like 2 loads, and his driving was like iffy. He weaved a lot, you know. He would go into the fucking breakdown lane a whole bunch, so I just sat and I watched the whole time, and it made him nervous as fuck. And where the Jersey Turnpike splits going north, you could do the East Fork or the West Fork, and it was always the middle of the night, so I'd always take the left fork because it was straighter, it was a little bit faster. So I said, yeah, man, just bear left here. And he starts like weaving off to the fucking right, and we're in the left lane where it splits, and then there's a second lane also that veers off to the left, and then the others go off to the right. Fucking UPS truck is just hammering down because this guy's going like 45 miles an hour on the turnpike, going around, you know, coming around the corner, and he starts drifting into the other lane as the fucking UPS with doubles blows right by my fucking window, and I'm like, get over to the left, dude, you almost get. I'm like, dude. I'm like, yo, I think that's it. That was the last moment I wanted to be in the truck with that guy. So I had him pull over up at the right before the fucking tolls, because that's really the only safe place to pull over up there. Go through the toll booth, pull over. I say, all right, we're switching, and I drove the rest of the way. And that night I dropped him off because he lived in Connecticut as well. So it was very advantageous for him to be on my truck, because I would park in Connecticut every night at home, and he could just drive and go home. He was from Manchester. So, but I'm like, yo, man, kind of snitched him out. I'm like, listen, man, I don't feel safe with this guy driving. He repeatedly just keeps doing the same shit over and over and over again. And so they let him go. And he called me. He's like, oh, when's the next, when we going out again? I'm like, oh, they didn't call you yet? They never fucking called him to tell him he was fired. I'm like, you might want to fucking call Swift and find out, man, because I think they're letting you go. And he got all pissed at me. He's like, oh, yeah, over what? Because of that one thing? I'm like, yeah, the one thing that almost got us fucking killed. Yeah, that one thing, bro. That one thing was it. And the guy, years later, I'll be working back at JB Hunt. It was like about a year and a half later. And I got transferred up to the Westfield CNS. And he was there. Fucking phone calls. Keep getting phone calls. He was there, dude. He worked there. He worked at JB Hunt. So somehow, between when he was on the Swift truck with me and because JB Hunt doesn't train people, you need at least 6 months in order to get hired. I don't see a CNS account. So somewhere between Swift and working for CNS up there, he got experience somewhere, and I'm like, I don't fucking know where it was. He recognized me. He's like, yo, man, do I know you? I'm like, and I looked at him like, I knew who he was, exactly. Dude, fucking phone calls! They keep calling me! Everybody's calling me, I'm busy. Nevada Truck and Trails is here. Let's see what's crapping it. Well, I don't care if they collect shop fees. I just don't want to go to prison, which you could avoid prison by paying taxes, but I did a pretty good job on my tax returns. I didn't fuck around on anything. Like, the best year we had, where it was almost $2 million in revenue, it was like 1.2 million of that was contractor expenses, and that was just 1099 shit. That doesn't count like the fuel or any. Oh my god. That doesn't count the fuel or anything else like that. So now I'm distracted. My wife keeps calling me. I guess I better answer, see what she wants. I miss doing YouTube. The only thing though, the only time I feel happy about doing YouTube is when I'm in a truck. Because like, why would you make a YouTube video from home? I mean, that's like the biggest losery thing to do possibly ever. Talking about trucking while you're sitting at home. So fun. Yeah, dude, defrauding the government is a stretch. I have all the receipts, so it's like, even if they audited me, I think I'd be okay. I think I'd be more than okay. They might have questions like, oh, you claimed the loss here, but how did you pay your mortgage or whatever? And it's like, well, I mean, fucking money saved, gambling that I didn't report, whatever. You don't tell them that shit, right? But if it really came down to it, I don't think I'd be in any trouble. It all gets fucking reported. That's the benefit of having a business, is just being able to expense shit. But you don't want to show a loss. I hate giving tax advice to people, but like, you can't really get away with showing a fucking loss for too long, unless you really did your corporate structures properly and used a shell company and a couple other LLCs for different things. So we'll leave it at that. Alright, let me call her, see what she wants. Finally out of this place. Sounds like they're still loading the trailer, so that's good. 33,000. Stewart, what's happening, man? I'll tell her, no, Running Assassin made an appearance too, dude. What's up, Big Sock? Yeah, I'm definitely not going west of 35 for quite a while. So, the furthest west I want to be going is like Omaha, Nebraska. And there's still a good market there, sort of. Florida right now, if you look at Florida on the DAT board, they had like 1,600 loads going out today and 400 coming in, but the rates still aren't there. It's like, you're leaving, they got a 4-to-1 truck ratio of loads that they need to get out of Florida, but their rates are still sub $2 a mile on some of them. They had some nursery ones with like 9 or 10 stops that were halfway decent, but you could keep Vegas, man. I'm done with Vegas. Fucking, if I ever go back there, it'll be too soon. I'm good. I've had enough of Las Vegas for a lifetime. I'm not interested in it. It's just, I don't like the experience. And there's like some good memories, but it's mostly bad. So I would go there, it's just a fucking traumatic event takes place in some way or another. So, alright, I'm gonna bounce. I'll catch up with y'all later. I'll try to make some fucking Poop Bucket Jones. You should leave a comment on 50 Plus Truckers channel. Be like, yo man, ain't you the guy that made a girl take a shit in a bucket in the bunk? I'm gonna look to see if his channel's still around. I want to see if his channel's still there. 50 plus trucker. Does flatbed or something. Alright. Good talking, everybody. We'll see you later.